Everywhere I look, people are teaching how to grow a business. Grow your brand, grow your social media, grow your income, but almost no one is talking about the hardest part, growing yourself while the business is growing you. And that's why so many people quit. Not because they weren't talented, not because they weren't smart, but because no one prepared them for who they would have to become in the process. And I want to talk about this honestly because building a business is not just a strategy game. It's a personal development process you didn't sign up for. Your fears show up, your insecurities show up, your emotional patterns shows up. Things you thought you had handled in life suddenly come back louder. And at the same point, it's not just about content, offers, or marketing anymore. It becomes about how you react under pressure, how you handle rejection, how you speak to yourself when things don't work, how you show up when you don't feel confident. And almost no one really talks about this part of business. It's very easy to say, be consistent, just post, just do the work, just follow the rules, but no one explains what happens inside you while you're doing it. At the beginning, business feels like a skill game. You think, if I learn enough, if I'm good enough, if I work hard enough, everything will work. And I believed that too. When I started, I had the skills. I knew how to create the content. I knew videography. I studied marketing in college. I understood strategy. On paper, I was prepared. But no one prepared me for the human side of business. No one taught me how to lead discovery calls, what questions to ask, how to hold a conversation when someone is deciding whether to trust you. And I still remember those moments clearly. A potential client sitting across from me and asking, "Can you show us your portfolio?" And at that time, I had worked with maybe one or two companies. That's it. So there I was with talent, ambition, skills, and portfolio. And honestly, that moment can feel uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, because suddenly all your confidence is tested. But here is what surprised me. Clients still choose me. Not all of them, and that's important. Some didn't, and that's okay. But the ones who did, later I asked them why. Why did you trust me? Why did you choose me? Even without a big portfolio. And almost every time they said something similar. They didn't talk about my experience. They didn't talk about logos or case studies. They said, "We felt your personality. We felt how much you care. We felt that our success would matter to you." Even today, clients tell me that I'm present, that I didn't treat their business like something to grab and go, so just I can make a fast money. So here is the truth I learned early. Talent matters, skills matters, but personality builds trust. And trust is what keeps businesses alive. And this is where business really starts to change you. Because the faster your business grows, the faster it exposes you. Not your skills, but you. You start facing situations you have never faced before. Clients who challenged you, conversations that make your stomach drop, decisions where there is no perfect answer, responsibilities that suddenly feels heavy. Your business doesn't just need your work, it needs your character. And leadership is not something you learn from a post or a course. You learn it through experience. Often, unfortunately, uncomfortable experience. The first year in business is not glamorous, I promise you that. It's messy, emotional, humbling. This is where people usually split into two groups. Those who quit and those who learn. You will make mistakes, more, not just one. The first time, normal. The second time, still learning. The third time, that's a pattern asking for attention. Because growth happens when the same situation shows up again and you respond differently. That's how confidence is built, actually. Not from success, from awareness and adaptation. Here is the uncomfortable part. Most people don't fail because they lack information. They fail because business forces them to face themselves, not a client, not the market, not the algorithm, the mirror. Because once you admit the truth about yourself, your reactions, your patterns, your habits, you are responsible. And responsibility feels heavy, but here is the danger. If you keep blaming other people, you lock yourself in a room with no exit. Self-development starts with ownership. There is a simple practice I still come back to, and I'm going to share that with you today. It's very simple. Take a blank piece of paper. On one side, write what I like about myself, my personality. On the other side, what I don't like about myself, my personality. No judgment, no excuses, just honesty. This isn't self-criticism. This is a self-awareness. For me, one thing I had to admit was how emotionally I reacted in certain situations with the clients. I felt once, then twice, then a third time. And after repeating the same mistake, I realized something important. If I want to grow, I need to raise above provocation. I need to pause, not take things personally, respond like a leader, not from emotion, but from clarity. That realization changed how I showed up, and that changed my entire business. Because it's simple. When you grow as a person, your business grows differently. You attract different clients. You make better decisions. You waste less energy with wrong people, especially. You stop repeating the same problems. And this isn't ego. This is alignment. Strong businesses are built by people with strong inner structure. And that structure doesn't come from information alone. It comes from self-development again and again. And this doesn't stop here, because at some point, maybe after a year, maybe a year and a half, your business grows again. And suddenly, you need to hire someone. And no one prepares you for that either. You have never had an employee before. You don't know how to lead someone else, how much to pay, what kind of contract to sign, what's fair, what's illegal. That's another level of growth, another level of self-development. And we'll talk about that in another episode, because business never just grows your income. It grows you. Remember that. If your business feels heavy right now, ask yourself this: who is my business asking me to become? Stop blaming other people. Then look at yourself honestly and do it. Grow with what you are building, because self-development and business are not separated paths. They're the same one. I'll see you in the next episode.